Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay from Keeping It Real, your arbiter of gaming news and commentary, hitting you off with a studio production video where you know this is your channel, where all gamers' voices are heard. With your boy Jay, always dropping the word. Keeping them other gaming YouTubers like, what you heard? And where you always know, we always keep it all the way real. So what's up, everybody? I just want to thank you all for checking out my studio production video today. And man, I told you so. So there's been some compelling evidence to support something that I've been saying for quite some time. And if you guys checked it out, I mean, my headline, it's asking the question, will the Xbox X become the PC gamer's default console or platform? And this is something I've been talking about going all the way back, man, from pretty much first starting my channel. It goes all the way back to the Scorpio Effect, when I basically pointed out in no uncertain terms, man, that this was something that we're going to see. Now, of course, I'm going to link this in this description. This is from DualShock. And I'm sure you guys may have heard about this before. This is why I'm leaning towards an Xbox One X rather than building a PC. And, you know, you guys definitely need to check out this article. This is really interesting because I think we're seeing, and, you know, straight up real time, the discussions that a lot of PC guys are having right now, especially as they see the X and they see the comparisons between PC and PS4 Pro, and they're seeing the X perform on levels that is PC level. As more and more as we see that, I think it's going to become more and more of a dominant thought in a lot of PC guys' mind that, yeah, man, this is a no-brainer. And I think we're seeing what I was talking about before, which is, you know, when people are saying, oh, this is going to be a hardcore system, I've been saying this over and over again, man, this is not a hardcore system. This is just a system everyone's going to want, period. It's not about it being hardcore from the sense that it's too expensive and it's a niche system where only a certain audience will buy it. That's not, no, you're making the wrong point. That's not how this is going to go over. This is a console that many different demographics. Actually, it's a console that there is no other competitor. You think about this, man. In the world of capitalism, when you have a product that there is no competitor to, that there is no match to, it's by itself, how much of a demand you think it's going to be for that product? You think about it. It has no other competitors. It's not like there's another real competitor to what it exactly is. The PC is not a competitor because it has all the complications of a PC. There's still a lot. It costs a lot more, right, to build a PC to the quality of what an X could perform, and it's a lot more complicated. There's a lot more moving parts that you have to deal with, and of course, there's no console that is on a level of what X is, because there's no console even close to its power and performance. So you got to understand that the X is in a place where there is no other competitor right now. And more likely, there will be no other competitor for at least 3 years. At least 3 years. So you got to understand, when I was saying, and I've been saying this, that the X is going to it's going to clean up, man. It's going to make a killing when it comes to sales. It of course it is, because it just, there's no other console out there that is in the same market of what this thing can do. And because of that, it's going to be in huge demand. Everybody and their mama is going to be going out and buying it, because it's just, there's nothing like it. And I think we're really seeing the evidence of that start to bear out. And in this article, man, you got this guy who wanted to build, who was thinking of building his PC, wanted to get some advice, and he went to 3 of his different coworkers and asked them. And surprisingly to a lot of other people, it wasn't really a surprise to me, because it's pretty obvious. You know, if you are a person who you're not biased and you're not a fanboy, it's probably pretty obvious to you, if you're a PC guy, that the X would be a very attractive option. I mean, that's pretty obvious. If you're not a fanboy, it's pretty obvious. You know what I mean? If you just use logic and reason and common sense, right? And you look at the factors, yeah, it's pretty logical that, yeah, the X would be a default platform, because, yeah, it offers, you're not dealing with all of those complications of what it is to a PC. Now, yes, a PC is great, and there's great things you can do with it, but if you want to weigh all the options and look at it overall, yeah, the X is extremely attractive. If anything, it's power versus its cost. And when you add that up, yeah, it's extremely attractive to any PC guy. So, you know, all it took was this for people's opinions that wasn't biased, or they weren't fanboys, and the truth would bear itself out. And that's what happened here in this article. You guys go ahead and read through the article. I'm linking it in the description. You can read it in detail. But that's basically what happens here. He goes and he asks 3 different people, and they all come to pretty much the same conclusion, that for this guy, or anyone who's looking to probably build a PC right now, may want to definitely opt into a X into their consideration, because especially if they're not looking to deal with a bunch of hassle, and if they're just looking for something that's going to give them the power of what they need, but not all the complication. And it goes back to what I've been saying all this time, that this was, of course, a demographic that was going to be a key demographic to the X's success, along with all the other demographics that are involved, because you're going to have people who never brought an Xbox before, that they're going to get an X. You're going to have people who switched over to PlayStation because they thought PlayStation was more powerful when it originally, the PlayStation and the Xbox launched. They're going to be getting an X. And you got obviously people who've had an Xbox all that time, and now they want the best box, and they're going to get an X. I mean, and you have everybody in between, any casuals who just, you know, they see it's the new in thing that's hot, and shit, it can do everything. Even if you got a 1080p TV, it's going to be graphically enhanced, and you can play hundreds of backwards compatible games, and you can get, you know, for $10 you can get a library over 100 games. Yeah, they're going to get an X. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's no brainer. I mean, none of these things that I'm seeing in this article is surprising to me, but I'm just laughing because it just supports everything I'm saying. And anyone who's ever said, man, there's no way, or, you know, yeah, you know, it's funny, the Xbox is done, all this, you know, all this ridiculous stuff about it being done and all this. Yeah, eat your fucking hearts out, man. You know, at this point, you know, and you gotta remember, this is even before the X even releases. The conclusions are already been drawn. We got to take that into perspective. The X ain't even released yet, and this is already the discussions that are happening. You know, and this is, you know, so imagine once the X releases and it starts kicking butt and taking names, man. It just starts wiping the floor, you know, with the Pro in the PS4 and anything else in the, you know, and matching the PC time and time again, and in some cases, some maybe rare cases, being slightly better than PC, like it already is showing that it is. You know, you got to understand, a lot of PC guys, they're getting a lot of crappy PC ports. Look at Batman. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, it's like a lot of their ports, they're not liking them, man. They're not optimized right. They got to go through a lot of tinkering. With the X, they don't got to do none of that. They pop in a disc or load up their digital copy and they're done. All right there. You don't think that ain't going to be appealing? Of course it is. So the thing is that it's like I said, Microsoft is going to sell as many as they can get out. Simple as that. That's what it comes down to. And yes, the X will be the default for PC guys. That will be their default platform. That they're gonna just say, shoot, should I go through about $1,000 to build this damn thing, $1,000 or more to build this thing, or should I put in $400 or $500 on upgrading, or just get an X? I'll get an X. I think that's going to be default, and I think that's just going to be an interesting prospect moving forward, because this has never happened before. And man, maybe 2 years from now we could be looking at this from a standpoint of this being the pivotal thing that has brought not only Microsoft back to being in that #1 spot, but them doing what they've always done, paved the way for ingenuity in technology. I mean, that's what they've really always done. And what I'm excited about is what this is going to bring out of Sony. What I want to see Sony do is step up to the plate and actually start innovating and doing new things. I would love to see a PS5 that is a complete innovation and usher in a new era to gaming, like the X is doing right now when it comes to the consoles. It will be nice to see that on the PlayStation side, see what Sony can do, because at the end of the day, we all win as gamers when that happens. And this is the reason why a competition is so important. This is the reason why anyone who's promoting Xbox to be done, they're a fool and they're an enemy to gamers overall, because that directly defies gamers to get better products, and it also defies gamers to have a healthy and productive gaming industry, because any gamer that wants to see any of these companies fail, well, then you have to understand that the companies that survive, they're going to monopolize the whole system, and then guess what? You're going to get less of what you want. So the fact is that no one should be to that level where they're wishing any company to fail. So yeah, man, that's going to be pretty much my video for today, man. I'm just answering that question of what I believe and what I've seen and what is happening right in front of us, man. What's bearing out as we speak right now. The conversations are being made, and this is all interesting, man. I want you guys to hit me up in the comment box, tell me what you think. Yeah, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe if you're not part of the Keep It Real family, and hit that bell down there if you can, man. Make sure you get those notes. All right, man, until the next time. This is Jay. I'm always keeping it real, and I'm gone.